YouTube, what's up guys? Today we're going to be working on my Toyota MR-2 Spyder. We're going to be installing the TRD short shifter, or TRD/C's short shifter for my MR-2 Spyder. Currently I have a twin one on there, and I got this from Superclass, so you can swing by surpassed.com to grab this one. But I'm going to do the same thing. I just did this on my Toyota Celica 2004 GTS, and I really enjoy the shifter on it. It's very quick. It doesn't sit as low as the one from my website, but it's a very quick shift, and so I want to try it on my this car. I just showed you guys the total interior of my car, how much it cost me, and now I'm going to be installing this one, and I cannot wait to show you guys how to, and go from what I'm currently at to the TRD/C style short shifter. So let's go ahead and jump onto it, and I'm going to show you guys how to. I do want to remove the hard top first, so I'm going to... Okay, so pulled the hard top. I pulled it off right here, set it against the wall. Beautiful. I've showed you guys actually how to remove this in the past by myself. It's not too hard, but let's go ahead and look right here. So we're back on the interior. Currently I have a twin short shifter, and I'm going to be doing the TRD one. So it's in first gear right now, so I just kind of wanted to show you guys, you know, look at that. That's what it looks like in first gear. It's kind of interesting. I'll make sure the e-brake's all the way up, but we'll pull it out. That's neutral. You guys see that? That's neutral. That's second right there. Third, fourth, fifth, sixth, and then reverse is close and up. Look at that. That's so weird looking. So I'm excited to see how the TRD one looks with it. So let's go ahead and start. The first thing we're gonna do is lefty loosey with the shift knob. So once you got the shift knob, there's gonna be a Phillips head. You guys see that right down there? Phillips head. We're gonna do that one, and then I believe there's a Phillips head right there. So we're gonna do that on each side. So let's go ahead and do that now. So once you did all four of those, you should be able to just pull up, even with the e-brake on. It should just come up like that. You are gonna wanna undo the underneath here. You are gonna wanna unhook the window switches. So we'll do that now. So this is very similar to what we've just been doing with the Toyota Celica. So what you're gonna do is take, I believe, yeah, your 14 millimeters and is it 14? Yeah, 14 millimeters, and do lefty loosey on the lower part here. Hold on, wait, Mitch is jumping ahead of it. We're actually gonna start by removing the shifter, the shift assembly again. So let's go ahead and start by that. We'll do the 14 millimeter after. So we took the keeper with the flathead, pulled that out. That was the first thing that I did. Let's go ahead and pull this off. And then you guys can actually see where it says TWIM. You guys see that? TWM. That's kind of cool. Old school. Old school. So let's go ahead and knock the keepers out now. Okay, so the next thing I did was I pulled this little gear off that was sitting right here. I pulled this bad boy off. It came with the spring, and then I had the retainer keeper off, and then I took my Phillips head and hammered it through to remove this keeper, and now the top mount plastic comes up good there. The shifter should come up, but remember, we have to take this whole thing out because we're doing the super class one, so let's keep that all out. What we need to do is go down below and unhook that keeper, so I'll do that one next. Okay, so I have the shifter out. I unhooked the lower cable. They're the 14 millimeters. There's 4 of them. 1, 2, 3, 4. We are going to do those, but before I do those, I'm going to grab a pliers to pull up the keepers that hold the shift cables right here. So I'm going to pull those up next. So I removed the shifter cage, so it's gone. The plastic's gone. I pulled up on these right here to remove the window switches. All you gotta do is tug up on those, and then it'll allow that window switch cable. We can set that aside. I removed it. I will clean up underneath here to get this all new. It's not as clean as my Toyota Celica was, so I will clean this and make it look really nice. That being said, I did set the cables aside. Make sure to keep your retainers of everything. You need to make sure you don't lose anything, so set it all aside over here. I'm gonna remove the twin, and then we're gonna go into the garage now, and I'm gonna show you guys what the Superclass C's or TRD/C's look. Before we go over there, I did want to show you guys I cleaned this. Woo! That looks good. Way to go, Mitch. Looks brand new in here. I like that. So let's actually go over to the cage and or go over to the kit, and then we'll go over to the... Okay, so in the kit from Superclass, you're gonna receive their beautiful, look at that, that's very nice, their beautiful short shifter. This is a metal thing that shifts the gears. This is it, it's a replica of the TRD from Toyota, or the C's, it's a replica. It comes with a little retainer rubber band and a shift boot retainer, and then another rubber band, and then it also comes with the amazing, already put on there, I can't think of what these are, in caps that you need to have so that it sits flush. So you don't have to remove the other ones. So it's nice that it comes like that. The other ones you have to pop off. This one you don't need to do that. Inside of here, you're also going to receive the bushing, or the mounts for the bushings, the bushing mounts, I guess is what you'd say, where the cage sits on. You get 4 of them. Then you're going to get the 4 mounting screws with the 4 washers. You're also going to get this amazing Allen wrench that holds the top cap of the shifter cage on top of the ball. You're gonna get that, and then he's also gonna provide you a new keeper. So it's really nice. I love that he gives you all these things in here. Now that we have this, we do have to modify the cage, so we're gonna go over the cage. So my cage is very dirty, and I'm excited to clean it and make it look all new. First though, before we do that, we need to remove this. So I'm gonna use a cutter wheel to cut that out, so we no longer have that. You have to remove that because the TRD sits so low that you have to remove it. Otherwise, when the cage is in here, when it sits in there, I don't want to put it in there, it's so dirty, it won't be low enough. The cable will hit that. So it makes sense to me. I did it on the Celica and I really enjoyed it. So let's remove this with a cutter wheel. We'll cut that right off. Just like that, it's gone. So here is that little plastic that I cut out. I used a drill with a cutter wheel. Very simple. It took me 15 seconds to do that. It's not hard. The cutter wheel for a drill is about $10, and then usually almost everyone that works on cars has a drill something. So we cut that out, so now we're good. What we're gonna do is actually sand this a little bit to get it cleaner, so I'll go get my little Dremel and get a nice sand. Okay, now that we have the cage back and it has the cut in it, I did a pretty good job cleaning it. Not perfect, but there's that big cut right there. We are going to start mounting this back up. Before we do that though, let's grab the cables and run the cables through. So the next thing you want to do is, once you connected the lower one to the shifter, this one's not connected yet, but you're going to want to go in with the Allen key that he provides for you. Make sure that you don't forget to put the new shifter bushings, those black, these ones right here, all 4 of those in. Then you put the washer, and then you put the bolt. It's a combo. So start it off on all 4. Do it with the bushing, the washer, then the Allen bolt, and you're gonna have to do it 4. Once you get all 4 of those, tighten them slightly, and then the next step you're gonna want to do is put the shifter cable keepers back in to hold these keepers so that the shifter cables stay there. Now what I'm gonna do actually is gonna clean the rest of this to get a little bit more clean, because mine was pretty dirty. It's so dirty right here. I'll just scrub that a little bit more. And we'll clean this, and then I'll put the top back on and start assembling that, and I'll show you each. Okay, so tight. So all the Allens are tight. The keepers are in. The keepers are tight. The keepers for the end of the shift cables are in. The shifter, the end linkage is in. So both of those are in. Slid the spring in. Put the spring back. Connected that right there. Slid this over with the one that came from Superclass. And then once we push the long bolt through, we also put the provided keeper. There's another keeper right here, crush washer. We put that crush washer and it's holding it in there. And then we came back with the Allen and then an open-ended crescent wrench. I think this is a 8 maybe, or maybe even a 10, and connected that. Now everything's done. So it should be in neutral. Yes, it is. Oh, it feels good. It feels really, really, really good. So that's how it's gonna sit right there. Kind of different, if you remember, and I can't wait to put the whole center console back on. So I'm gonna go ahead and grab the center console. Make sure to kind of put the wires back to where they were, so that when you go to put the window switches back on, it's easy to get them. But we're done right now. This is pretty. So this is the final product when it's all done. A lot different height than mine was, or excuse me, the Twim. It does, again, sits up a little bit higher than the Twim or the MITCHDORE.com one, but I did pair it with the Superclass shift knob, as you guys can see on there, with the OEM weighted shift knob with the let's see if I can get the light where it hits it right, with the stitching of the numbers on there. Very, very cool. I like that a lot. Look at that. There we go. we're gonna of course go for a drive like we did last time. I kind of actually like where it sits better than the other one, because the other one was so far forward. In addition, it sits right in the middle of this cube thing. I do have another part that I'm gonna be doing in a video coming up. It'll be a fun little short video, but I'll be doing one really soon. But it does actually sit a lot more. The other one actually sat way more. Yeah, the other one actually sat a lot more to the left. So this sits, when it goes through the gears, is pretty good. Let me put the clutch in real quick and just kind of tell you guys how I feel. This is kind of like the first. Oh yeah. It's, again, a very short throw. Feels extremely, I would say it's quicker. It's just like Toyota OEM, but a little bit quicker. Very cool. I love that they made this product. I love that all the stuff it comes with. I would say it's pretty easy. The real thing is though that we need to go drive it too. So we'll go ahead and go drive it and see how it feels that way. So let's go for a drive. So it's pretty dark in here. The MR-2 interior is pretty dark. Whoa. But I'm gonna drive around town a little bit and then give you guys, just to watch you guys see how I shift. I'm liking it a lot though. It feels really good. So yeah, we're in town, but we'll get on the highway and I'll drive around with it. I like it though. It does look a lot more OEM, in my opinion, a lot more OEM. The other one was a lot shorter. If you come over from this angle down here, you'll be able to see it was a lot shorter on the other one compared to this one. So we're in first right now, and it sits right in the middle, which I love. I think that looks aesthetic. And you know, that's second. Second almost looks like fourth on the other one. And then third. You know, third looks, all that looks really OEM, to be honest. Everything kind of feels like it just shifted over to the right a little bit. It really does. And then fourth, and then fifth, and then sixth. So let's go ahead and get on the highway real quick. All right, so a little go. I mean, that's what you want. You want to know that you're in second. You want to know that you're in third. You want to know that you're in fourth. Yeah, that feels really good. So let's go all the way up to third. To fourth. Woo, we're cooking now. MR-2's so fast, man. Six. Jeez, just like that. That's great. I really like it. So he knows how to make a shifter. This is just like a TRD one. So again, I don't know if you guys can see me. It's probably pretty dark in here, but I'm gonna wrap up the video. This is how you install it. I really enjoy these products. I'm gonna do a couple more mods on here, and I really do enjoy the MR-2. So make sure to hit the like button, guys, subscribe, and I'll see you on the next video.